Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode. I'm here to ignite you with my first episode, and I'm so glad you're here. Now, I don't know about you, but in today's fast-paced world, it seems like we're all under a lot of pressure. We push ourselves to meet expectations, compare our lives with curated social media highlights, and feel inadequate when we fall short. We're constantly juggling between work, relationships, personal goals, and, let's be honest, stress often takes the driver's seat. Many of us even start to feel like victims of our circumstances. Sometimes it feels like no one else understands what I'm going through. I wonder if I'm the only one who feels this way, like I'm stuck in a loop of failure and disappointment. And it's not just the thoughts, it's the feeling that I'm worthless, like I'll never succeed, that I must be perfect, and that every mistake I make somehow means I'm failing at life. I've even thought I can't show weakness. I don't deserve happiness, as if I have to earn the right to feel good about myself. There's this constant pressure, a belief that I need to suffer to learn, that I need to be hard on myself in order to get ahead. And I'm sure some of you listening right now can relate. Maybe you felt that same inner turmoil, the battle with those negative thoughts that keep dragging you down, making you feel like you're alone in your struggles, as if everyone else has it together except you. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this. We all experience these moments of doubt, these painful thoughts. And the good news is, there's a way to change the narrative. Today, let's explore how self-compassion can help us break free from these patterns and treat ourselves with the same kindness we so easily give to others. But here's the question. How do we deal with it? Do we harshly criticize ourselves when we mess up? Or do we extend the same kindness to ourselves that we so freely give to others? In today's episode, we're going to explore a powerful tool that can help us navigate all of this self-compassion. And trust me, it can change the way you feel about yourself and your life. What is self-compassion? Let's start by talking about what self-compassion actually means. You might have heard this term a lot, but what does it really mean to be self-compassionate? The amazing Dr. Kristin Neff, a pioneer in self-compassion research, defines it as treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer to a close friend when they're suffering or struggling. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doesn't that sound too good to be true? Aren't we supposed to push ourselves to be better, to work harder, to be perfect? The truth is, perfectionism and harsh self-criticism aren't helping anyone. And in fact, they can hold us back from reaching our potential. Dr. Neff outlines 3 key components of self-compassion. 1. Self-kindness versus self-judgment. Instead of beating yourself up, you show yourself kindness when things go wrong. 2. Common humanity versus isolation. You understand that everyone goes through tough times and that suffering is part of being human. You're not alone. 3. Mindfulness versus over-identification. You observe your emotions without getting swept away by them. You feel the pain, but don't define yourself by it. Benefits of self-compassion. Now you might be wondering, how is being kind to myself really going to help me in the long run? Well, let's talk about the benefits of self-compassion. First off, self-compassion is good for your mental health. Studies show that people who practice self-compassion experience lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. It reduces the pressure of perfectionism and helps you bounce back more easily from failure. Second, it helps you become more resilient. Life is full of ups and downs, but self-compassion allows you to learn and grow from setbacks instead of getting stuck in self-criticism. And here's a cool part. When you practice self-compassion, you also start to improve your relationships. Why? Because you're more patient, understanding, and forgiving toward others. And guess what? It all starts with how you treat yourself. Let us discuss how to practice self-compassion. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how can I start practicing self-compassion today? It's actually simpler than you might think. Step 1, recognize self-judgment. Start by noticing when you're being hard on yourself. Listen to your inner voice. The next time you make a mistake, ask yourself, would I say this to a friend? Step 2, embrace common humanity. When you're struggling, remember that suffering is part of being human. You are not alone in this. We all experience pain, and that's okay. Step 3, practice mindfulness. Take a moment to pause, breathe, and acknowledge how you're feeling. Don't judge yourself for feeling bad. Simply observe your emotions. You might be wondering, how does being kind to yourself affect how you treat others? Well, the more you practice self-compassion, the more compassionate you become toward others. Just like you'd comfort a friend who's having a tough time, you start treating yourself with the same love and care. It is important for us to know the challenges to practicing self-compassion. Now, I get it. It's not always easy to practice self-compassion. We live in a world that often values perfectionism and self-criticism. You might even feel like you're not allowed to be kind to yourself, like you have to earn it. But here's the truth. Being kind to yourself is not about being lazy or letting yourself off the hook. It's about acknowledging that you're human and that kindness is the best way to move forward. So, to wrap up, remember, when you treat yourself with kindness and understanding, you not only improve your mental health, but you also build stronger relationships and become more resilient in the face of life's challenges. If you take one thing away from today's episode, let it be this. Start being your own best friend. Speak to yourself with kindness, embrace your flaws, and remind yourself that you're worthy of love and care. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to share it with a friend or leave a comment below. And remember, be kind to yourself today. You deserve it. I'll see you in the next episode. Fuel your soul. Ignite self-compassion, not self-criticism.